Welcome back, guys. For today's makeup video, we're going to be doing my base makeup. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step and the products that I use to complete my base makeup. Normally, I start off with primer, and I want a primer that helps my makeup stick onto my face. So today, we are going to be using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dewy Primer. This stuff smells like watermelon. This stuff is very, very sticky. And I just apply it on to my face all over. It's totally optional. It's completely up to you. But anytime I'm running a little low on foundation, I try to make it last a little longer by mixing it with another foundation. I love doing this. It gives me such a beautiful complexion, especially if you have two products that work so well together. So today I'm going to mix these two foundations together. So this is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is new. Love using this. And of course, this is the House Labs foundation. I'm running a little low on this. And I have my little mixing palette here. And for those foundations, sometimes it gets a little yellow on me. So I love using the LA Girl, the Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. Just add a little dot of that in the mixing palette and it will help cancel some of that yellowness really well. So I'm gonna get to mixing. So this is what it will look like in the mixing palette. Like I said, you only need a little bit of that blue pigment. And I just take that and go straight on to my face. I love applying with my finger first before I go in with the beauty blender. You can use a brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use whatever your heart's content. Like I said, whatever works for you. And while I let my foundation dry a little bit, I'm going to be using the Winky Lux concealer. Now these are just two different shades and I like to mix them together to get the right shade for my under eye. I go in with my finger first and just apply it straight under the eye. And anywhere that you like a little bit of brightening. So if you like just a little bit on the forehead area, a little bit on the chin, Cupid's bow, wherever you like a little bit of brightening, you put that baby on. And I do let the concealer dry a few minutes before blending her out because that will give you the highest coverage for underneath the eyes. Now, I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. Now, I love this cream bronzer. This is the Milani in the shade Hey Honey. She's looking a little messy. Don't judge her. Don't judge her, okay? She's well loved, well loved. So I love and don't mind my brush here. I like to use a dense brush and just pat it on just like so. And we are just gonna apply her in the cheekbone area and a little on the forehead. I got a big forehead, so we gotta make that 5 head look like a 4 head, if you know what I'm saying. Now we're gonna go in with some blushes, and I have a lot of them. Anytime I have too many liquid blushes, I always have a hard time figuring out which shade I'm gonna use. Now, normally when I do warmer tone eyeshadow looks like this one, I stick with a warmer tone blush. I may go in with this shade right here, which is called Never Settle. And I like to hold this bottle up to my face and see if it looks good with this eyeshadow look that I have going on. And I think she will work. Let's apply her. Now, I'm gonna go a little crazy and mixing products again. Anytime I want a very glowy liquid blush, I love using this e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter and mix it with my liquid blush. Now, these two products work so well together, so I'm going to show you how it looks. So this is how they would look and the mixing palette, and I just mix these two together. It is so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with my brush and just slap her on. For myself, I do the highest points of my cheeks and slowly start blending her out. And if you're afraid that the pigment of the blush is too much, don't worry, because when we blend out the concealer towards the end, it's all gonna blend in very nicely and not be too crazy. But hey, if you're a blush girly and love a lot of blush, then you do you, girl. I'm gonna do my eyebrows next. I love using the NYX Thick It Stick It. It's a thickening brow mascara product. And I love using this because not only it darkens my eyebrows a little bit, but it thickens it, it shapes it. And I love a product that does everything in one step. So I don't have to use too many products to do this step. So normally I just fluff everything upward. Make sure I coat the product onto my eyebrow hairs. And then once I'm done coating everything, then I kind of go in and kind of shape it how I want it. Now, since I got done with my eyebrows, now we're gonna go in and blend out the concealer. I'm gonna use this highlighter brush from, I think this is the Real Techniques brand. I like to go in with this and just slowly start blending her out. I still want that coverage underneath the eye, so that's why I want to use more of a fluffy brush to help pat down the product. So I don't want to use a beauty blender just yet because it's going to absorb some of that product, and we don't want that because it's going to take away that coverage. Now I got the concealer all blended out. Now I'm going to take my beauty blender and start going over that blush a little bit to help tone it down a bit. I normally don't like to use powder all over my face. I don't want my makeup to look cakey, but for today's makeup look, I do want to set my face as much as possible because I want the makeup to last a little longer. So I am going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, their Magic Star setting powder in translucent. So I'm going to use just a big fluffy brush like this one and really just go in and just pat, because again, I don't want to put too much powder on. So doing it this way helps set your makeup a little bit without looking too cakey. And really, you don't have to do this all over if you don't want to. You can only go in and set the areas that crease a lot. So it can be like your small line area, it will be on top of your forehead, underneath the eye, wherever you feel like you crease up the most. I am going to apply a little powder for under the eyes. So this is the Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. So this does have a little pink tint to it. And this is a new tip that I learned too. If you want some of that powder out of that little mesh net, you can just tip the bottom part of your brush and do it that way. Kind of helps take some of that product out. And for that, I am going to be using a powder puff like this one. Got this off of Amazon. Super affordable. So I want to make sure that this product is coated evenly on the powder puff. So any excess, I just really press it into the powder puff like that and slowly dab it underneath your eyes. Just slowly. Yeah, I like how it's looking. Not too crazy, not too cakey. Just because that powder is named after a cake does not mean your face needs to look like one, okay? So I think for lips, I really want to go with this shade right here. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Pomeranian Kiss. Absolutely love this shade. And me personally, I don't like using a lip liner all that much. I'll just go straight on to the lipstick and slowly apply her. Yeah, I like how this lipstick looks with this makeup look. To set everything, I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. This is 16-hour wear. And I'll just go in and just spray her. I do spray a lot because I really want this makeup to set. Now you can speed up the process by doing this little fan right here, because I don't have time to sit here all day waiting for this to air dry, right? And that is the end of my makeup routine, doing step by step and showing y'all products that I use throughout the process. And I love how their overall makeup looks. I like how it's looking. I love that little satiny finish. It's not too glowy, but it's not too matte either. I just like how it overall looks, and I know how it's gonna last throughout the day. Comment below if you want to see more makeup tutorials like this one, and if there's any certain makeup that you want me to try, definitely let me know. If you're loving this eyeshadow look, I'm gonna link the video below so you can go check that out. I'm gonna link everything below of all the products that I used for my base makeup, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.